Yes, this is a man quite trample. One. Oh, simple. Kwa, you are watching Mensah TV. Mensah TV. Fibia Mensah home. Oh. Mensah TV. Fibia Mensah home.
Oh my days, this is Mensah Radio and it's transmitting live from Accra. We are in Ghana and we are live across the world on Mensah Radio. Currently, if it is radio, then it's Mensah Radio. Radio for the African and African in diaspora. We are live in the UK, London and its environs on live radio, and also in Accra on Modern Ghana. We are also live on Streamer, MindTuner, TuneIn, and radio.net, and all major radio streaming platforms worldwide. We are live on Apple TV and all our affiliate stations, both in Ghana and outside Ghana. My name is Kweku Mensah, and today on Entertainment Runway, we have here an amazing personality. And in fact, today's interview promises to be very insightful, as we have preached already, because I have here a very great personality and he's live in the studio and we are going to have a beautiful conversation. So if you are here and you are watching on YouTube, kindly subscribe to the channel Mensah TV Official. If you are also doing the listening on radio, kindly share the link to your family and friends. Do follow us across social media at Mensah Radio. MENSAHRADIO. Thank you very much. Welcome to Mensah Radio.
Thank you very much, Mensah.
Welcome one more time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mensah.
Great. So how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a very hectic week, but once we are in the weekend, body must calm. So I'm good.
Right. I'm happy to know that you are good. And I mean, I love the energy at which you actually entered the studio with.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so for a normal Saturday for you, how is it like? Aside today, for a normal Saturday for you, how is it like?
I'm that type that for the weekdays I'm very busy. But on the weekend, which is my Saturday, I wake up in the morning, do a prayer, say a prayer, and then do some exercises, and then I'm cool to go. But I do have other programs on weekends and stuff. So I'm happy today. I don't have any other schedule. Although I have one, probably from here we'll be heading towards the conference that is being held. So.
Okay, all right. It's good to know. But who do we have here? Tell us your name and what you do.
Popularly Show Love. But Ebenezer Mensah.
Okay.
Very calm. Yeah, everybody is calm. Unless you are closer to the person, you can attest to. But I think from comment sections we might be hearing stuff about me, myself too as well. So I'm Ebenezer, as I said, and Kwame too. I believe in principle, being responsible too as well, and then making sure that everybody around you show them love. So that is me. Basically, you show love to your neighbors and everyone. So,
so I guess that's how you came up with the name Show Love.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. All right, and getting to know you, how where did you grow up from the areas you have lived right from childhood till now?
So I've been a Fanti boy,
and
then a Gomoa boy. So hailing from Gomoa Fete Kakraba. Yeah, and then my mom is actually a Gomoa, and then my dad is a Fanti from Commander. See, so I've lived both Commander and then Fete Kakraba, but my staying has all been at Fete Kakraba. Then later on I moved to Accra small. And then I came back. So.
And schooling How from where to where, and I mean currently?
Yeah, so I started schooling at SDA Community School at Gomafete Kakraba. Then headed on to. I actually decided attending a boys' school, but I don't know what came up. And I went to a school. There's only one in Ghana actually, Mozambique Disco Christo Church.
Okay.
So their community day school.
Okay.
In Gomwa Eshiem, Mozano.
Okay.
So it's mostly called Mozano Senior High School.
Okay.
So they do well. I must confess.
Alma mater.
I would never regret going or attending school there. So then I headed on to CAF University.
Okay.
Affiliated to KN University. So then I did online courses. Did an IMF program as well in public finance. Did BSc Human Resource.
Okay. Okay.
And then a bit of IT in it, and then now desktop support. So.
All right. Are you a lover of social media?
Very, very 110%. Yeah.
How do you see the current social media space? If you assess it, I mean, let's say 10 years back and now. What are some of the changes you have observed on social media?
To be honest, there has been a drastic change. That is, I'm not going to say a retrogressive one, but a progressive one. Actually, looking at those days from Facebook, popularly, I'll even start with Waptrick. Yeah,
I do remember.
Yeah, downloading of games, music Java form. And being is transformed Facebook, where it will be very difficult you using some kind of phones because it was on Java. Yeah. But we're here, and then all of a sudden Android came into the system. iOS 2 popped up. They all transformed various social media platforms to emerging, even businesses switching from how marketing strategies are being formed, and here we are. So there has been a very progressive change in social media trends. So I wouldn't say it has been a very positive one. There has been a negative impact as well, but there has been a major change which has helped individuals and institutions as well. So.
But how do you assess the way it's being used by the youth?
The youth. Okay,
when
so
you assess it, how do you see them use it?
To be honest, we are not making in its assessment. We are not making good use of it as youth. In terms of percentage wise, we only know of having fun there, but actually. In terms of its assessment, we are not using it wisely as youth. We could do more if we are to explore the advantages in it going into monetary terms. We can use it. We can use it in enhancing our businesses as an individual and even personal brands. But mostly we go there to backlash. Twitter ideas. It's also part of it in we using it all right, but we could do more as youth with it. Even Christians, we do preach their social media preachings and other stuffs. But I think during the COVID time, most people actually got to know their real talent through social media. Because boredom got most of us, and this popular guy Kabilem also through social media, and now he's a very big star with the most subscribers and followers. So we could do more. We could do more, but we should be able to know when to use it and then how to use it. That is the point. Yeah.
So from what you are saying, it looks like with the COVID instance that you gave, when boredom came in. I mean, that's when people sit back and then they actually realize, okay, I can do this. So it looks like, from what you are saying, then we would have to have time for ourselves and sit back and then assess ourselves well and know our strengths and weaknesses and then move into the space and do something positive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because social media is a very time consuming and very addictive if you fall into it. So therefore, before you go in, you would have to assess yourself: what am I going to put out there? The why, when, and then how.
Okay.
If you are not able to assess all these things, you will just be in a social media space, and companies will be using your infos, and then they will be making much money from it, because they will analyze your trends, how you react, how you post at what time, and then the kind of even emojis you use, and then they will be selling it for AI purposes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see. And social show business in Ghana, Ghana currently, in fact, is really looking good right here. On my side, I don't know for your side. How do you see that as well? Show business in general, music, movie. Currently, I know there is sports, because sports has become even more entertaining than even music and movie. All together, how are you seeing the show business industry?
Yeah, the show business industry is really booming, really doing well. At first, we didn't have these streamers and then online radios, but as time goes on, we've had all these, and from the comfort of your home, your very small places, you can set up something and then be in a showbiz business and then be having some kind of money for yourself.
Okay.
So actually, it is doing well. It is really doing well. From movie, these content creators, skit makers, musicians as well. They are really doing well.
Okay.
And you also have to take care of yourself, know who you are, and then where you want to be before you go into the showbiz, because there are so many tactics that people put up. I quite remember Adam recently pulling up some kind of Alex, surprises. Yeah. So if you are to go into the showbiz, you must really psych yourself for the good and the bad. So that is what I would say. It is really doing well, but you need to have to play with it, and then everything will be fine.
Okay.
Sure.
So Ghanaian kid music star Photocopy, actually in an interview in the past week, speculated or emphasized, if I'll put it, that one of our top musicians in Ghana, Kwame Eugene, actually gave him a feedback out of a feature approach that they gave to him and his team, and which didn't sit well with him. I don't know if you have heard about the issue yet.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
But I didn't dive into
Okay, so if I'm to explain, management of Photocopy reached Kwame Eugene to actually feature on Photocopy's track.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's when way back, even before his first major hits. Okay. That's the one with Shatawale. Okay. Yes, good. So in the presence of Photocopy, the management actually placed this request before Kwame Eugene. Okay. And according to the conversation, Kwame Eugene actually told the management of Photocopy that his numbers are too small, therefore he cannot do the feature. As a lover of show business, as a follower of show business, first of all, people are actually backlashing Kwame Eugene that it isn't appropriate for he should have given that answer in the first place in the presence of the boy. What do you think about that? The answer. What do you think about that?
Everybody in the showbiz and then in his or her specialization or field actually has a reason and then where they are heading towards. Somebody will say numbers doesn't count for him or her in the showbiz or wherever that he or she finds the person himself. Ideally, numbers do really work.
Okay.
Yes. You can't be known without followers.
Okay.
You can't be heard without people listening to it. So, ideally, Kwame Eugene, in my opinion, Kwame Eugene could have say or take a look at it in a sense that the guy is upcoming. Although he doesn't make we all know Photocopy is a child or probably he's in maybe
currently he's 9.
So he's a child coming up. Just that in this media space, you can talk as a child, but it will be for the adults.
Yes.
So he could have looked it in that sense that he's upcoming, doing great with this. I think recently he had a feature with a South African.
Uhuru.
Yes, and then the song is making waves.
Yeah.
So ideally, if a South African adult musician has been able to feature him, and then the song is making waves, ideally, what is wrong about you? Even if his numbers are low, you can shadow him with yours.
Okay.
And then
you see the issue right about now is in relation to the stats. You see, this request actually went before Photocopies feature with Shatawale School de B. So probably this was when he was actually entering into the music scene. And by then, Kwame Eugene was arguably the biggest thing on the music market as at that time. So it's like
I get Kwame Eugene now, because he coming up with or pulling a surprise at that age will be kind of in a dialect, now will be our rise to stardom, and then on him but ideally he could have also changed the narrative that we can give everybody equal chance to exhibit what they can do. So that is what I would say.
But feature or no feature, photocopy is photocopy.
Yeah, it's photocopy. that is the point. And now it could have been a regret that I could have done that with the boy, and then now that he has risen or he has risen, people will go back and then stream for money. And then we can cash out. That is the point. So,
on the side of photocopy too, he currently also stated that he hates Kwame Eugene for that. He hates Kwame Eugene. What do you think about that statement as well? Photocopy saying, I hate Kwame Eugene, for the comments he passed.
For me, it's a big no. A capital no from photocopy. You don't know what is ahead of you. You are just 9-year-old. Somebody will say there is more room for improvement, and there is a big way ahead of you. So you going in for that, it might come back against you. That because somebody didn't hold a feature with you, and then you are trying to say you hate the person. It's not. It's a big no from me. Yes, and I think he can do better by going to his followers and then be saying, imagine your follower not streaming your or downloading your music, and then you go by, I hate you for come on. What about those that have downloaded and they are not playing? Various media houses not playing, club houses not playing. What will you do about that one? Do you hate them?
No, you shouldn't.
So it's a big no. It's a big no.
All right. Thank you very much for your submission on that. This is Entertainment Runway, and we are live on Mensah Radio across the world. Everyone is tuned in, and this show is brought to you kind courtesy GovTech IT Center, and you can reach them on 0548575247. If you want to know what GovTech is into, they are into general graphic design works. They are also into sale of laptops and phones and or electronics. Basically, you can actually contact them and they'll get it done for you. They are also into repairs, so if you have some electronics that are actually have broken down, you can contact them and they are going to do the repairs for you. The number one more time is 0548575247. Okay, so I have here with me this amazing personality. You mentioned your name earlier.
Ebenezer Akon Mensah.
Ebenezer Akon Mensah. All right. So someone is hearing you for the first time, I always say, because I know definitely day in, day out, we get to discover people, we get to discover things. There are people who are listening to you, they are in tuned, they know you already. There's someone also who is listening to you. This is the first time. You have mentioned what you do, but kindly say something small about yourself that would actually give the person a summary of you. Yes.
Ebenezer Akon Mensah, just as I said earlier on, I'm a HR person.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe in growth and development, and a big advocate for change. So that no matter where you are part of the world. Almost 8 billion on the planet now. You are a contributor to every change that happens in the world. The world is evolving and it has become a global village. So I mostly advocate for change in education, infrastructure, development, economic wise, and then even workplace enhancement. So wherever that you find yourself, make sure that whatever that you are bringing up, whatever that you are saying, you are tweeting on social media, whatever that you are putting up, either a write-up, it should be something that will call for a positive change, but not a negative change. So and I'm a IT personnel. I believe in IT, that with IT the world can change and then be a better place for us, or enhance the disabled persons, and then even the able persons are of late becoming disabled in the sense that we can talk to our phones and then the phones will be typing for us. There are so many changes that is coming up. So I do talk about politics as well, but I don't have a stand. I criticize as when it will benefit the citizenry, the masses, because one person cannot make a change, but with a collective effort, a change will be made. And also a digital marketer who helps various brands to increase their sales as well. So this is me. This is me. I really like sports as well. So I do comment on sports as well. So yeah.
People say HR people page ma and as mo man yedin HR dey HR mo man yedin so en yedin just say en yedin HR dey.
It is. Yes, it is. If you don't know it.
Okay, so
yeah, everything becomes difficult if you don't know how to go about it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. And the advocates that you do, how do you go about advocating? How is yours like? We know there are different approach into advocating. How do you advocate?
So I'm the person wherever that I find myself, I encourage people that we can do more. Regardless who you are, you are worth the person you are today. It's a gradual change that has brought you this far. You didn't stand up just a day and then you got what you have today. So on my various platforms, on wherever that I have the opportunity to speak, I make sure that I talk to people about the economy. I talk to people about their education. I talk to people about their health. I talk to people about their mental health and then their workplace environment, wherever that they are doing, wherever that they are, their personal brandings. Somebody can pick up an item and then just put a sticker on it, and then you go and admit it. You will buy it about maybe 10 cedis. That same item with a sticker will be photographed in a very nice way with some kind of packaging. And then something that you bought in person for about maybe 50 cedis, you'll be buying it online for about 150 cedis. So I do talk about brandings as well, and then marketing strategies that people can elevate on to boost their standard of living. So I advocate for all that wherever that I find myself.
And do you see this change that you are advocating for happening? Do you see it happening?
Yes, it really happens. Sometimes I'll be there and then we'll be getting calls and then text that I actually look up to you. Whatever that you said when we met at this place has really helped me. And then I say, okay. I'm really making an impact, indirectly or directly, because impact isn't seen outright. It's a gradual process.
Okay. And do you use social media also for some of these talks and advocate as well? I see a few of your works over there. Tell us about that too.
Okay, so I was that type that used to like writing.
Okay.
So, and then I didn't like to talk. Yeah, I was that quiet type until senior high that I became outspoken.
Okay.
So since then, and wherever I find myself, I make sure that people hear about me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I will, in whichever way that I'll find myself, I make sure that people hear from me. So not in a bad sense, but to make sure that at least I encourage someone. That is how come I came up with all my right types about encouraging people, because you don't know what you are tweeting. It might let somebody commit suicide. Somebody too is in a distress, wanting to maybe commit suicide, want to give up. But your write up, your little encouragement can make a change for the person not to commit whatever that has been in the mind. So suicide is really going up. People are really suffering. Life is really hard. I wrote that on my stat yesterday. Yeah, life is really hard. So you don't need to cause people more to be distressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
This show is brought to you one more time by Bikers Ghana Limited. Bikers Ghana Limited is into sale, import and sale of bicycles and all kinds of bicycle parts. Any bicycle parts, any kind of bicycles that you want, it is being imported and sold by Bikers Ghana Limited. Reach them on 0577567742, 0577567742. We also have Goptech IT Center. Goptech IT Center. You can reach them on 0548575247, 0548575247. This is Entertainment Runway, and it's live on Mensah Radio across the globe. Everyone is tuning in. In fact, the whole of Ghana is tuned in. If it is radio currently, then it's Mensah Radio. So back to you. I mean, looking at your profile before you came here, I saw an interesting thing. I saw a desktop and a ATM system analyst. In fact, which was a lot of our followers have interest in. Because ATM ne die my own say o pakisika gum die when ya o ta pakisika gum die my own na any kind die die na answer na but I mean that was on the lighter side. I mean, if we say a desktop ATM system analyst, basically what do you do?
Yeah, so I with the desktop support, we actually help users and then individuals on their various gadgets, be it laptop, desktop machines, or even all other electronic devices. You try troubleshooting whatever problems that comes up in terms of hardware and then software wise. You support the user to try and then solve issues that will pop up, which is not user friendly to individuals, or even someone who is not IT person, or even an IT person can be or not be a desktop support, or be having an issue with or their machines. So basically desktop support is someone who help figure out problems with machines, hardware wise and then software wise.
I was about asking that. So both hardware and software. Is that not has it got something to do with repairing the equipment when it breaks down?
That is it.
That is
it.
So generally including all those side.
Including. But somebody can be a desktop support. But can't repair. There are certain things that a person can't repair. Working on maybe the motherboard, although the person could do a bit more of. So therefore you need to up your game or have a specialization. Make sure that yes, indeed, when the machine breaks down totally, you can be able to know whether this machine can come back to life or it can't come back to life. The same as a software.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you get hold of it, you're able to diagnose it and.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. And for how long have you been doing that?
For 2 years now.
For 2 years now.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And so how do you see currently the Ghanaian tech space? I know as far back as about probably 7 years back, we had Africa being the second country, second continent, that uses the internet and the technology gadgets. Currently, since you are in the space, how do you see the tech space?
The tech space is really, really booming, and people are now switching from their careers. Somebody can be a nurse or a doctor and trying to up their games in IT.
Okay.
Somebody could be even a layman and then trying to get an IT a course to lay hands on.
Okay.
Because now everything about us is devices.
Okay.
Yes, as a doctor, you have a phone, you have a laptop, you have a computer, you have a TV that you can even cast your phone to it, and then if you are watching movies on your phone, you can be watching it on your TV as well. So it's really doing well.
Okay.
But just that people are now switching from the hardware type, because back in the days it was the hardware people that were making chunk of money.
Yes.
But now it is being switched to softwares, development and other. Now even from going from this physical storage devices to the cloud. Now everything can be done in the cloud. You can store all your stuff there. So it is really doing
which
well.
is amazing.
Yeah, which is really amazing. Really amazing. Somebody, an IT person, can just take hold of your machine, and you might be thinking your problem could take like maybe a week or 3 days. Because that person is also trying to make ends meet with that. That person can tell you, oh, you can give me 2 days to fix it, and then within a twinkle of an eye, that thing is done, and then he will call you. You have to give me this amount of money, and then it has been done. So it is really doing well. It is really doing well, and I'm advising everyone, regardless of your background, of your profession, try and then lay a hands on an IT course.
Okay.
Yes, because it is really fetching money. Yeah.
I read a comment from one. I don't know to say a teenager. I mean, a youthful person. I mean, late teens, who actually had interest in IT, wants to do programming and coding and those kind of things. But looks like the parents are not in support of that. And here lies the case that parents are wealthy, and so they expect that he does something different aside that. But he also has interest in that. What do you advise in such a situation, since you find yourself? Do you think it will be a good thing for such a child to go into it, or he or she should listen to the parents and back off and do something else?
What I would say is the parents need to consider the child's interest and then passion, because if you are to force your child to do whatever he or she doesn't want, it can render a poor performance in academics and then even lifestyle, because it will be as if you say he's doing it for the parents, and not for him or herself. So I'll advise the parents that they should know more. Basically, it's about the parents not understanding the kind of profession that the child wants to venture into. So that is what normally this pops up. It has been coming up. Then I'll be an IT person, I'll be now repair TVs. So we have that kind of a cake mentality still in some of our parents and some of guardians. So I think the government is doing well. Education ministry is doing well about this STEM, science and maths, and so, and now TVET is also doing well. Now we have a whole senior high schools that are doing the TVET and then STEM. So I think the parents would have to reconsider or taking a look at listening to the child and gaining more insight in what the child is trying to sell out to them, so that they can support. Now you can just enroll your child in a STEM at a very younger age through this robotics and then stuff, and then you can pick it up.
Okay.
So it's a very nice career that parents would have.
Okay, we would be extending this conversation probably sometime in the future, but unfortunately would have to end somewhere around this place. I would like to receive your last words, then we move on to our social media handles, your contact numbers. If someone wants to engage your services that you have talked about, your greetings to family and friends and loved ones, you can put all together. And
okay, thank you very much. It's been a nice session. When I got the invite, I was really grateful, at least to have an encounter with some people that it's been a while hearing from me from afar. So I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And what I would like to say before I thank some people is, as youth as we are, we would have to know that we are here for a purpose. Wherever that you find yourself, wherever career you are heading towards, choosing a career at a younger age is really difficult. So you would have to have a mentor. You would have to know that you are here for a purpose. You have people that you would have to take care of. People are also looking up to you. So therefore, you would have to know what to say, what not to say, what to wear, what not to wear, where you have to be at certain stages, and be able to network. Social media is really powerful. I would advise that whatever that you put up there, either audio, video, image, think about it in the next 10 years. Mostly people do say 5 years, but think about it in 10 years. You grow old. You become a grandpa, you become a grandma. What will others say about you in that age? So that is what I'll advise people. Then I'll go on to say employment is really difficult now to get. It really hard to get. So we should network more and then make sure that you specialize. If you know that you can't go and spend your 4 years in university and then get to know other help, make sure that whatever that you put it to, you can set yourself up and then you can do great in whatever that you are doing. So that is what I would say to my fellow career path people and then my age mates and even the elderlies, that they should be mindful of whatever that they are doing today, and then be sure that whatever that you're doing should be impactful to those that we are coming. So therefore I mostly say a quote that your popularity doesn't count. Your popularity isn't known, but how wealthy your well-known is. That is what counts. You can be popular, but your popularity won't be wealthy, and then people won't be knowing you for that. But once your popularity is very wealthy, it becomes very important to everyone. We can make good use of a name called Achu. Now when you mention Achu, everybody is known that Achu is a very good person because people were testifying. So but on that note, I will thank Mensah TV for this opportunity, Mensah Radio. I think our first time meeting was at a
Thinking Conference,
and it was really impactful. The book I bought too from
Street Finance,
Hans Reed Finance, it was really so
Mr. Kingsley Ajenku Hayford.
Kingsley, thank you very much. So I would like to thank Mensah TV and then all my followers from Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok as well, and then Instagram. I appreciate you all, especially my brother Ebenezer Ocher, popularly known as Rambo. I'm really grateful. Wherever he's my senior brother. So
big shouts to you, Rambo. Big shouts.
He's the CEO of Rambo Ventures, Rambo 33 Ventures. So And then
what does he do as Rambo 33 Ventures?
He deals in outfits.
Okay.
Yeah, outfits. They sew traditional wears.
Oh wow.
They deals in this plumbing equipment and as well, and then small scale. So they do all this. So shout out to my brother Rambo Ebenezer, and then to my working class at Bestnet and then Stanchart. I really appreciate your support. Yeah, for the on the job training, and then outside to my bosses, Mr. Sufi, George Titilate, and my ex-papa. CTM Kofi Blankson. So I thank you all. I'm strong. All my colleagues, especially Jehoshaphat. Yeah, I'll say I am in town was I did. Maybe I make be a member Jeho. Yeah, and then my church members. I really love them because they've been giving me the support, especially MYF. I'm a Methodist, so wherever I go, I represent them. So my
dad also was a Methodist before he passed.
Yeah. A very nice fellowship to join. Whether you are a Methodist or not, you can join the Methodist Youth Fellowship. So I thank them all, and then all my people, and then Rose, and then all my senior people, Rose Beauty Hub. They was in this. He's a beautician. She's a beautician, and then Perfect Beats. So I work with them. I've been working with them since. So shout out to them. Or if you want beats accessories, just as on my hand, you can get from them. So I will say a very big thank you.
Perfect Beats. Mama being share. Why?
Yeah, you're also welcome. Mensah.
All right.
They are at Kaswa and then Danceman as well.
Okay.
You can reach out to them on Facebook. And then Instagram. Just type Perfect Beats and then it will pop up. Just as Rose Beauty too. You can reach them out.
Okay, so we are done. But just because you mentioned Mr. Kingsley Ajenku Hayford, senior partner and CEO and Street Finance, is tuning into this interview and is listening to us live in Accra. And also this video is going to be made available on YouTube for watch. So I would like you to one more time to recommend the Personal Finance Today book to each and everyone who would watch the playback on YouTube. Okay,
so the Personal Finance book has really helped, and then it delves into schooling, marriage, personal loans, investments that you would want to make as a youth person or as even a working class person. It really helps in guidelining you on all types of investments and even insurance packages that you would want to take, so that in the near future you don't fumble. So it's a really nice book. How to marry. It goes into it, the kind of budgets that you would have to make whilst you are single, when you marry, when a child comes in, the kind of car you would want to drive, the kind of house you'd want to live in. It's all in it. How to finance your education for you not to fumble. So it's a really nice book that I would recommend for and not that it sometimes you read some kind of finance books and you see this finance terms in it, and as a layman you'll be fumbling. Unless you get maybe a book, a dictionary to further delve into it to go for explanations. But in it, everything is down to the layman's understanding. Perfect book. So I would recommend for everyone. Never regretted buying that book. So I think Mr. Kingsley will owe me for that. It's a very nice book. I've been recommending it. Mine even is not with me anymore. I've given it out to somebody. I make sure that when you take, you read, you benefit, we'll give it to the next
you're passing it on. It's interesting to know Personal Finance Today book, authored by Mr. Kingsley Ajenku Hayford. You should get yourself a copy of this book, and you would understand each and everything that Ebenezer Kwame Akon Mensah is saying right here. And this is Mensah Radio. Thank you so much for tuning into the show Mensah Radio across the globe in UK on Live Radio, and also in Ghana on Modern Ghana, on Apple TV, and all the major radio streaming platforms worldwide. Follow us across social media, Mensah Radio, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for this and more insightful interviews. Mensah TV Official. Comment, subscribe, comment, share, like. Let's hear from you. And also follow me personally on Instagram, Kweku Mensah _on-air, KWEKUMENSAH_ONAIR. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm out.